In this video, we will review the area and perimeter formulas for circles. We will begin with a particular example and then show the general formulas. The first question is to draw a circle that has a radius of 3 inches. So we'll begin by drawing a circle. We will then remind ourselves that the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any edge. So that distance is 3 inches. The second question is, what is the diameter of the circle? We'll want to remind ourselves that the diameter is the distance from edge to edge going through the center. Well, if the distance from the center to one side is 3 inches, and the distance from the center to the other side is also 3 inches, we will know that the diameter of the circle is 3 plus 3 inches, so the diameter of this circle is 6 inches. It is important to remember that the diameter is always twice the radius. D is more often than not used to represent the diameter, and R is used to represent the radius. To calculate the area of this circle, we need to remember the formula that the area is pi times the radius, in this case 3 inches, squared. Simplifying that formula, 3 inches squared gives us 9 square inches. Multiply that by pi, we get 9 pi square inches. So to answer this question, what is the area of this circle? The area of this circle is 9 pi square inches. It is important to note that you could also write square inches using the abbreviation inches with an exponent of 2, inches squared. The circumference of the circle can be described with two different formulas. The circumference is either 2 pi times the radius, in this case 3 inches, or the other option is that the circumference is pi times the diameter, in this case 6 inches. You should hopefully recognize when you combine the factors that can multiply in 2 pi times 3 inches, you will get 6 pi inches. Either way, you end up with the same statement. The circumference is 6 pi inches. And so to answer the question, what is the circumference, which is really the perimeter of the circle? The circumference of this circle is 6 pi inches. In these first few examples, we have looked at a specific circle. What we want to do is we want to use the same information, but be able to relate this to any circle, not just a circle that has a radius of 3 inches. If we start and use a generic circle and label its radius r and its diameter d, we can talk about the generic formulas. The formula for the area of a generic circle is that the area A is equal to pi times the radius squared. A equals pi r squared. The formula for the circumference of a generic circle is that the circumference is pi times the diameter, or, because the diameter is twice the radius, the circumference can be written as 2 pi times the radius. So C either equals pi times d, or it equals 2 pi r. Depending on the particular situation you're working in, you may rely on one or the other of those two circumference formulas.